Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, a little bit more cleanup from the Geneva Motor Show, including this machine, Citroen's high-end group called DS. They showed off this concept. It debuted at the Geneva Motor Show. It has 4 electric engines, and this EV gorgeous machine is going to make 402 brake horsepower and 381 pounds-feet of torque. Comes with a combined range of 193 miles, but if you keep it just in urban situations, the vehicle can make upwards of 224 miles of range. No real word on whether this vehicle will ever see the light of day, but this is really showing Citroen's faith in the group to build their own concept outside of the Citroen group. We'd love to see Citroen come back to the United States. Would love to see this DS concept become reality and be sold here stateside, but that may be a little bit of a far-fetched situation. One vehicle that will be sold in the United States is this machine, Maserati's first foray into the truck platforms, including this machine, the brand new Levante SUV. Now, this particular vehicle, we now know what's going to power this machine, as we talked about this ahead of the Geneva Motor Show as well. It comes with 2 different variants of a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 and one version of a 3-liter turbocharged diesel. That diesel makes 275 brake horsepower and 442 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted through an 8-speed ZF gearbox. Now, the 2 variants in the twin turbocharged V6 lineup that are both 3 liters in displacement, one of those will make 350 brake horsepower and 368 pounds-feet of torque, and one will make 430 brake horsepower and 427 pounds-feet of torque. That's gone through a revised version of that 8-speed ZF gearbox, specially made for the gasoline versions. No word on pricing or availability or when this vehicle is going to be exactly going into dealer showrooms, but we'll keep you in tune once we hear that information. Some more cleanup from Bugatti and the brand new Chiron. Apparently, that tire technology thing that they were talking about, which is why this vehicle is now limited to just 261 miles an hour. Apparently, we know what Bugatti's target is. They want somewhere around 273 miles an hour from this 8-liter monster. So we'll wait and see what comes of this thing in the future, but I'm assuming somebody's working on this quite heavily. We may have this done by the end of the year, probably before this vehicle sees the light of a day in dealer showrooms, so we'll keep you in tune on that deal as well. Another vehicle shown off at the Geneva Motor Show is this, the other version of the Mazda Miata done by Fiat. This is the 124 Spider, but this is the Abarth edition. Yes, Mazda claims they're not going to build a high-performance version of the MX-5 Miata, but given Fiat free range to go ahead and do just that. So the Abarth version comes with a 1.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 184 brake horsepower and 170 pounds-feet of torque. That is either shifted through a 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual transmission. 0 to 62 comes in at just 6.8 seconds with a top speed of 143 miles an hour. And not only is Fiat going to build an Abarth edition of this, they're also going to build an Abarth 124 Rally edition. This vehicle is a homologation car to be raced in the FIA RGT series for GT rear-wheel drive cars, which has basically been run by a bunch of Porsches as of yet. But this particular machine is going to have, instead of that 1.4 liter, now a 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 300 brake horsepower, shifted through a 6-speed sequential gearbox, and this vehicle will be fighting on the World Rally stages in anger in the year of 2017. It's going to be really exciting to see how well this car does. Another vehicle shown off at the Geneva Motor Show is Honda's brand new hatchback Civic prototype. They don't call it a concept, which is kind of interesting, but the vehicle looks well into production ready. This vehicle could be built tomorrow if they had all the tooling done on this vehicle. Now, no real word on just what exactly they have in this machine. There has been some rumored European specs for this vehicle, including a 1-liter, normally aspirated 4, making 130 brake horsepower, a 1.5 turbocharged unit, 4-cylinder making 200 brake horsepower, and a 1.6 turbo diesel making 120 brake horsepower. No word yet either whether this vehicle will see the light of day in production or whether it'll see the light of day as a US-bound production vehicle as well. But I think the car looks fantastic. Would love to see this on public roads, and hopefully very soon. We'll keep you in tune if we hear any more from Honda. You know, with Easter just around the corner, you know what that means. Jeep's brand new concepts for the Moab Jeep Easter Safari is coming up very, very soon. In fact, the 19th of March, the Moab Jeep Rally will fire off, including with this concept that's shown off in teaser form. This is the Crew Chief concept, which is kind of a Wrangler-looking machine with a little bit of that old-style pickup truck look to the front nose of this vehicle. We don't know too much of anything about this one. Another teaser shot is this. It's obviously a Wrangler front end with the name Trailcat on it, which has got the interwebs all above that 707 brake horsepower Hemi V8 will be dropped in to a Jeep Wrangler. I think nothing would be more exciting on this planet than what that vehicle would do, especially on public roads. No word on whether either of these vehicles will ever see the light of day. In fact, most of the stuff that they show off at the Moab Jeep Rally never make it to production, but you never know. We'll keep you in tune once we hear more and have official high-res photos coming hopefully very soon. And let's finish off the deal with a little bit more about Top Gear. Yes, we're a little over a month away, or I guess 2 months away, from the debut of this new show. But wait, there's more, because now it's been delayed by a couple of weeks. Instead of early May, it's going to be coming out in late May, which has got the internet all abuzz again that the show is in serious, serious trouble, including a little rumor that apparently Chris Evans, the leader of the group inside of this massive cast of the new Top Gear, is what people are saying, quote-unquote, a ticking time bomb, with a lot of head-to-head headbutts against the BBC over the direction the show needs to go in, and the BBC is fighting fore and aft, along with Mr. Evans fore and aft, over the direction of this new program. Could this show have a 1-year run and have to look for all new hosts for this deal? That would be entirely impractical, especially for how much money they've spent on this new iteration. That being said as well, one thing we do know for sure, not only has the date been moved, also a couple of episodes are being lopped off from the end of the season. The first season was supposed to have 8 episodes in duration, but now is only going to be 6, which again has got the internet all abuzz that this show is really in trouble and running into production issues. But the BBC has fired back on that particular front, claiming that the Olympics is going to be firing off in Brazil in the early part of the summer, which was going to run right over those 2 episodes in the 8-week-long run of this brand new series. And that's the reason why they're taking away those 2 episodes. So take it as it was. You can make up your own conclusion of just what exactly you think may be going on inside of this new program. With this massive cast, I cannot wait for this program. It's going to be a very interesting deal to just see how bad, or hopefully how good, this show could be. Would hate to see this program end. I know it won't be the same as Mr. Clarkson, Hammond, and May's program, but I can't wait to see what the BBC and Chris Evans and the rest of that group has up their sleeve for this franchise. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.